Okay, here we go with another video tutorial. We're going to be looking at lip syncing in Adobe Animate today. All right, so if you look at the Canvas assignment, you will see that I have provided you a sample file, lipSync, lipSync01.fla. It's right below the PDF that describes kind of the idea of the project. Okay, so this is essentially what you need to do. You'll open up this file and it will look like this when you open it up. And the first thing you need to do is look at the library. So we'll open the library over here and click in there, and you will see a lot of pieces in our library. We have a WAV file, an audio file, and you can press the little button up here to hear it.
Good evening, I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
All right, so a little piece that we're going to animate is a little clip from the anchorman, Ron Burgundy, having a little chat. Okay, and in here you will see mouths 1 through 10 symbols, graphic symbols, and then a mouth all graphic symbol. And if you press the little play button, you'll see all those mouths, mouth 1 through 10, are nested inside of mouth all. Okay, and that's what we're going to use to lip sync. We're going to use that graphic symbol with all the mouths embedded in it. And then I have a graphic symbol mouth guide, where as you can see, all of the pieces are kind of laid out, all the mouths, and then underneath each mouth, we have a little bit of some text. So each mouth will be assigned a vowel or a consonant. Okay. So first things first, typically what I'll do is when I'm going to do some lip syncing, I will bring the audio piece in first. So layer number 1, rename audio. And if you click that first keyframe and go to your property panel, down, down, under the sound portion, it automatically will create a drop-down menu with all the audio pieces that are in that Flash Files library. Okay, so the world.wave was already there. Underneath Effect, I'm not going to do any of these effects, and I don't recommend any of that stuff right now. Don't do that kind of stuff in Flash, in Adobe Animate. It's not really a great audio editing tool. So if you need to do effects like left channel, right channel, fade right, fade left, in and out, you're going to want to do that in your audio editing program, not in Adobe Animate. You can do it here to a limited effect, but I don't recommend it. You will need to change your sync from event to stream, and we'll leave it there. We'll repeat ×1, don't worry about that. And this kind of describes the bit rate and the kilohertz of the audio file. Because this is not an audio class, I'm not going to really go into that. You really should take an audio production class if you're going to get into animation or filmmaking or game design. It's really important stuff to learn, even if you don't become an audio engineer. So I want to add time to the timeline. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and I'm just going to pick a spot. Let's say the 70th frame, and press F5 and stretch it out. So with it streaming, you can see that when I go below the timeline, you can hear the audio. But you can also see that that's not the end of the audio piece. So I'm just going to keep going a little further down until I do find the end of the audio. There it is. There's the end of the audio piece. The last little bit of waveform, which is that orange line, that squiggly line, is at what, frame 102. So I know I've got about 4 point something seconds of audio here. Okay. Another thing I like to do is double click the little paper icon on the layer. This gives me the layer properties, and I'm going to make, right down at the bottom, the layer height 300%. I like to do this because it really allows me to see the waveform, okay? And that's the visual representation of that sound file. And so when I'm scrubbing through, okay, you can hear where the character says good, 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 good. Okay? And so that lets me know where I should put in individual changes to change the mouth position accordingly. All right, so there's my audio layer. It's ready to go. I can lock it. I'm really not going to do anything with the audio layer at this point. And add another layer. And this is going to be my mouth guide. Mouth guide. Okay, and here, probably just off to the side, I'm going to drag and drop my mouth guide. And this is literally all this is. This is just a guide layer. You can put it down here, maybe make it a little larger. Okay, so you can see it better. And this is literally a guide layer. I'm going to lock it. And again, I'm going to turn it. I'm going to right click it. And I'm going to make it a guide layer. And as you can see, it's got like a little T-square, okay, icon. I change it from a paper to a T-square. And that is a layer that can be deleted. And if you don't delete it when you publish your movie, it will automatically delete that layer. And it's just literally a guide layer. If you need a reference, then you'll want to put something on a guide layer. And something like a mouth guide is perfect because it gives you the visual representation of all your different mouthpieces. And these are in order, okay? So this one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? And then each mouth, as you can see, represents a sound. This could be A or I, E, O, U, M, B, and P, L, T, H, and so on and so forth. And even a mouth at rest, a simple smile. Okay? So essentially, we're just going to try to approximate speaking with these mouthpieces and changing the mouth accordingly. Right? So I'm going to add another layer at this point. Okay, and I'm going to call it head. All right, so I'm just going to draw a basic head shape. I'm not going to animate the head. I'm just going to draw a basic head shape for us to put our mouth on. So I'll just get a tool, let's say the rectangle, the oval tool, change the color, maybe make it like a little blue guy, and put a head shape. Okay. Then I'm going to add another, unlock it. I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to call it mouth symbol. All. All right, because it is, whoops, what did I do? Sorry. Because it's going to be that here on top of the head, I'm going to drag out of the library that mouth all, which is basically all the mouthpieces. Now I'm going to need to make it really, really big because this was originally designed at a much smaller resolution. Let me zoom in a touch so you can see what I'm doing here. All right. Now I can zoom back out. All right. And so here is the mouth. I place it on the head, maybe even make it a little larger so you can, again, see what I'm doing. And here we are. Here, as you can see, the mouth on top of the head, ready to lip sync. Okay, in the next video, we will actually do the lip syncing.